Hi everyone, here on Antichrist Magazine's YouTube channel. My name is Andreas Leier. I want to welcome you here on my cozy little studio just to introduce you my solo project Tyrant's Curse today. Symbiosis. Symbiosis is the title of the new Tyrant's Curse record, coming out February 8 on Dr. John's Surgery Records. I'm pretty excited for this release because when I started recording the first demos in 2018, it was just something I did for myself because I have this bunch of ideas, a bunch of songs that didn't fit into the concepts of my other bands, 12 Arms and Synforce. So I thought to myself, why don't record everything by yourself just to have it, maybe release it in the future, but I got no plan what to do with it then. Until 2019, when John offers me to release the album on his record label. So I re-recorded some guitars, re-recorded bass, did new vocals on a couple of songs, and the whole recording process ended in 2019, end of 2019, and now we are here 1 month away from the release, and I hope you like it. Really hope you like what I did. The lyric concept, at least there is none. There is no concept that bonds the 10 songs together. It's just the inspiration for my lyrics comes from stories of books that I read, of movies that I saw, or everything that bothers me when I look around and see all this craziness and madness around the world. What you won't find on this record is these kind of cliche lyrics like knights with swords fighting dragons or something. That is something you won't find here, there. For the cover artwork, it was the same like for the lyrics. I didn't want any cliche artwork for this record. So I found those pictures with this raw, rocky landscape you can see in the foreground, and this futuristic skeleton-like background you can see in the horizon. I merged all those together, and that's when the final artwork comes out, which I really love, and I hope you like it too. Dr. John's Surgery Records, what can I say? I got in contact with John in 2019 because of my collaboration with the American guitar player Rick DeLozier. I was part of his Battle of Forevermore album in 2016, and I was blessed to do another EP with him in 2019 called Phoenix Rising, which is also released by Dr. John's Surgery Records. Unfortunately, Rick just passed away one day before New Year 2020. So I was blessed to do at least another EP with him. And then that's when I came in contact with John. The question if you still need a record label nowadays is just a tough one. I think from my opinion you can't say yes or no. There's so many pros and cons to have a label nowadays. Especially if you only release digital like I do with Tyrant's Curse now. Of course, you have all the opportunities to release it by yourself. But for me, it's so good to have someone like John just helping me and supporting me with the release, using his contacts for radio stations, reviews, support me by with the advertising for the record and something, all those stuff, which is such a lot of work if you do it on your own. And so for me it was the right thing to sign to Dr. John's Surgery Record, to have a strong partner for releasing this album. If you are in a band which plays a lot of live and try to get festival slots or support slots for bigger bands or bigger venues, I think nowadays it's just really important to have a record company, not because it means that you're a better band, you have a better release or a better album than other bands, but I think the booking agents for the festivals or the venues, they just take those stigma having a record label as a reference, so you get better offers to play live, of course. Tours and gigs. You know, as I mentioned, Tyrant's Curse is just a studio project of mine. So there are no tours and no gigs planned for the future. But what I learned from the past is never say never. You know, right now I'm concentrated on another band of mine called Ignition, which I joined in 2018-2019 because we will release a new album in April. So we have all this promotion stuff right now. We are looking for gigs to promote this new record, which takes a lot of time. And beside that, I also write new synth stuff and record new synth stuff. So beneath Tyrant's Curse, where I focused on the release of the record now, do another lyric video, for example. I have a lot of things to do, so there are no live plans for now, but who knows what the future will bring. Recent metal records that impressed me, just pick one is impossible. So if I have to choose, I would choose the last Soulwork records, Fully Kitten. I would choose Hard Like a Grave from Insomnium, True North, Borg Nagar, Valley of Death from Lionheart, really good hardcore record, and maybe the last Alter Bridge record, which is quite amazing. And of course, for all you prog fans out there, just listen to the new Fan and Plas album, The Ghost Experiment Part 1. It's amazing. So you can see that my musical taste is quite diverse. I listen to every kind of heavy metal stuff, like power metal, speed metal, thrash metal, death metal, old punk and hardcore stuff, and even to some classic metals or classic rock stuff like Foreigner, or by the way, the last Revolution Saints record. It's totally cool. Just don't limitate yourself. You know, listen to a record and decide if it touches you or not. No matter which genre it is, the only thing that matters is that you like it, and that's why I have a lot of diverse records which I like. So don't limitate yourself. Plans for the near future. As I said, right now I'm working for the release of the Tyrant's Curse records, doing some promo stuff, doing another lyric video, for example. And after the release, I concentrate on promoting the new Ignition record, playing live with Ignition, I hope a lot, and recording some new synth stuff as well. So that are the plans for the near future. So you see, I'm pretty busy, and maybe you will just look in one of my Facebook pages, just look down here, and let me know what you think about all those bands and projects. So, thank you for having me here on Antichrist Magazine's YouTube channel. I really hope you like the new Tyrant's Curse record. Symbiosis coming out at February 8th. Let me know what you think. Just visit me on Facebook, text me or whatever, and let me know if you like it. So until then, I said bye bye, take care, and stay metal.